there. First, I wanted to say thank you so much, Dawn, for inviting me to be a part of your opportunity meeting today. I very, very much wanted to be there, but it is about a 3-hour drive for me to Culpepper. I live in Suffolk, Virginia, and I'm having surgery on Wednesday. And because of that surgery, I'm going to be missing my kids' soccer games the following Saturday. And so when I really looked at my calendar, I realized I didn't want to miss their games 2 Saturdays in a row because they have games all day. Today, Saturday, which is the day that you're watching this video. So kind of made an executive mom decision that I couldn't do that to my kids. So anyway, family's always first priority. So I'm doing this. So I really wish I could be there because I absolutely love Plexus. I love sharing Plexus. I love opportunity events and meeting people and really being able to share my story face to face. So thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of your day. So anyway, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Dawn Andrews, Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus. I want to give you guys a little bit of background on how I started my journey. My testimony kind of is two. I have two very different testimonies. So I'll start with how I got started. January 2014, I saw a Facebook post from a friend down in Texas that I went to high school with. He said his wife had started this Plexus business. She was doing very well. They had lost weight. The health benefits were wonderful. I trusted this family. I knew them. I knew they had integrity. And so I said, yeah, okay, that sounds really great. At the time, I was interested. I was a stay-at-home mom. 5 kids. I have 5 kids, currently ages 4, 6, 8, 9, and 14. At the time, I was homeschooling my children. But I was looking to make about $500 extra a month because I needed that money to be able to travel with my daughter's dance team. Being a stay-at-home mom, it was a little stressful. It became very difficult to do that extra with so many children. So anyways, that was originally, I thought, well, that makes a lot of sense. After 5 babies and 4 C-sections, I need to lose about 25 pounds. My husband can lose a little weight. If it works out, like Andrew said, it worked out for his wife. What's the first thing people ask you when you start to look good and you start to lose weight? They say, oh my gracious, you look great. How'd you do it? So to me, that made a lot of sense. And then I could say, oh, how'd I do it? I did it with Plexus. Here's my website. And you can order from me and maybe I can come up with, make an extra $500 a month. So I started my journey very lightheartedly with that intention. So I started taking the products in January of 2014. By February, in fact, I had lost like 10, 15 pounds or feeling great, quickly realized it was much more about the health benefits, the better sleep, no more caffeine addiction, less headaches, just feeling more alert, alive, clear-minded. All of those things were happening. So I launched my business in February of 2014. I love to share, so I love to share with my friends, and really my business started to grow. And I saw friends coming on board, family members coming on board. My dad was able to kind of get off some diabetic medication. My mom's plantar fasciitis was better, and her arthritis was better. And so we really, as a family, started to kind of see the health benefits. My very, very skeptical husband, much to his dismay, I was kind of making him drink the pink drink. And after I proved to him that it was safe and effective, he did it and started to lose weight also. So we started to have great results. People were coming on board. My business started really growing and was able to, what we in our business kind of promote, the silver, gold, golds by April, senior gold by May. Okay, so that's sort of how my journey started. I started really just loving sharing the product, started to see that this was so much more than $500 a month, that it really could be a business. It could be something that I could do, and I could do it in the nooks and crannies of my life with my kids, and I would not have to be actually going back to work. And so like my future was very bright with Plexus, very, very excited about what Plexus could be. So then in June of 2014, I went for a mammogram. I had noticed I was only 39 at the time, so I had never been for a mammogram. That was supposed to happen when you're 40. And I started to notice as I was losing weight with Plexus that I had one of my breasts was a different size. And so that sort of caused some concern. So finally by June, I went and got a mammogram. And sure enough, after that mammogram, it was almost immediate. They said, yes, you have breast cancer. Yes, you're going to immediately need to get into treatment. It's an advanced stage breast cancer. We suspect that you have positive lymph nodes. And so this is what the next year and a half of your life is going to be really hard and really tough as you're fighting cancer. So, that of course was devastating. And where I had been very excited about my future with Plexus and doing this Plexus thing, all of that sort of came crashing down. But what I quickly realized was Plexus was put in my life in January, kind of leading up to my breast cancer diagnosis, not just for me to lose weight, not just to start a business and make a little bit of money, but really prepare my body, with what was going to be the absolute fight of my life. The things that Plexus had done in that time period for me were going to be things that were really going to make all the difference in my survival and my thriving and me being able to be okay during what ended up being 6 rounds of chemo, mastectomy, and 5 weeks, 25 treatments of radiation. So I started to realize that the ProBio that I had been taking had cleaned out my gut, had gotten kind of in the BioCleanse, sort of prepared with that oxygenation of the body, had taken the trash out, picked up the trash in the gut, taken the trash out with the BioCleanse. The Slim had leveled my blood sugars and made me much more stable. All those wonderful ingredients in Slim, just giving my body energy and vitality. Also helped, certainly by that time I had lost about 25 pounds. So getting rid of that 25 pounds made a really big difference in my body's ability to be healthy. I had been taking the X Factor vitamin, which turned out to be the most incredible immune booster ever. It's loaded with B vitamins, D vitamins, E vitamins, black currants. It has an aloe blend. It actually has something in it. There's a great science behind it that helps to give your cells a zip code that they need to be healthy. So all of those things. I'd actually also taken the Fast Relief Nerve Support, which originally I had been taking from a back injury that I had back in gymnastics, lower back, which I had started to really get some relief from that back injury. Well, little did I know that protection of my nerves and that nerve support was going to help me protect me from neuropathy and the chemo that I was getting ready to go through. So all of these things, it became very obvious that, oh my gracious, Plexus was put into my life as an arsenal to be able to survive and thrive during cancer. Not to mention the business that had already started. There had already been so much momentum with my team building, and we all know this is multi-level marketing. So it's not just about your efforts and what you do, but it's really about a team that you have in place. And when a team's working and growing, then your income can continue and your business can continue to grow. And so that, in fact, is absolutely what happened. So as I went into my 6 rounds of chemo starting in July, my team continued to grow. From the business aspect, it was absolutely brilliant that my income with Plexus continued to grow even while I was going through my cancer and even while I was going through what was absolutely the hardest time of my life. And so I was still able to focus on myself, my health, my family, my kids, while my team was doing much of the work to grow my business to ultimately get to me to where I am now, which is Senior Ruby. So I was able to, within the business, sort of promote to Ruby in August, and then that Senior Ruby happened in November. So I finished up chemo, promoted, went into surgery, and then radiation was at the first of the year, January through like March, that time period. What I also began to realize was it was also about the positive community. And this is kind of new to my testimony as I reflect back on what I was going through. Plexus is such a fabulous community of positive people that want what is good, they want what is right, that are interested in helping others and interested in good health. And so being around such a wonderful, positive community and kind of getting those daily messages of support and prayer. It was a huge community of people that I didn't even know from all over the country that were truly praying for me and sending me messages and just really supportive. All of those things absolutely played into me being able to really come out of cancer on the other side, which is now, and to be better, I think, than I was before all of it. So Plexus played a major role, not only in my health, certainly in income and wealth, but also in my spirit and giving me what I needed and so God used it in every single way to bring me to this place that I am now. So this past summer I had one more surgery for ovarectomy to kind of remove the ovaries. What happened was it ended up being a stage 3 cancer with 26 positive lymph nodes. So not a great diagnosis at all for what was a 39-40. I turned 40 this summer. I was going through chemo. But that's okay because Plexus absolutely is giving me the arsenal that I need and those health products. And now I get to add the Omega X, which is great for health, brain and heart health. But I've learned to add the E's because it has turmeric in it, which is a known cancer fighter. And certainly all of those other products that I already mentioned, I still take on a regular basis. So on the other side, so now I have a surgery that I have coming up this Wednesday is my absolute final reconstruction. I will get mastectomy on the other side. I will get reconstruction. And if all goes as according to plan, that will be my last surgery. My scans are clean. That's so important for me to tell you guys. I have clean scans. I am also effectively cancer-free. And so now in my life, it's a matter of moving forward, being positive and believing, absolutely believing that cancer is gone and will be gone forever. And I will live many, many, many years to see my kids grow up and have their own families and ultimately be a grandmom, and I'll be celebrating. Plexus, my Plexus business is something that has continued to grow despite a very, very difficult year. And I am just so excited about my Plexus future to now be to go from zero income and be a stay-at-home mom to now having a full-time income. That's just amazing that I probably could have never made just trying to go out and get a job with a 4-year degree after all those years of staying home. And even more exciting to be on the brink of Emerald, which is sort of our executive level, where everything sort of changes when you kind of bump up into that new level. And my goal, which was to become part of the 82% of women that make $100,000 with a home-based business. And that has been my goal from the beginning when I kind of drew my line in the sand and decided to really go for this. And so that is an actual reality with Plexus. And so it's pretty amazing. And still never had to put my kids in daycare. Still never had to really change anything about our lives as far as me being full-time mom. So it's a brilliant business model. It's incredible products that absolutely help me to survive and thrive in every single way. And the future is absolutely amazing. And so I'm using Plexus in every single way to continue to survive and thrive. So thank you guys for having me. I hope you have a great meeting. And I can't wait to hopefully connect with you one of these days when things aren't quite as hectic, so to speak. So goodbye. Thank you.